people have all sorts of thoughts about what fair use means, and I guarantee right now it's just like parody. Many times people put the two of them into the same ball of wax. Usually, if someone wants to change the lyrics to one of our songs, they'll claim it's a parody. Now, parody is permitted under the copyright laws and under the U.S. Supreme Court decisions. And the question is, what is parody? There's about 5 steps that you have to go through, and I don't want to get in a complicated conversation right now. But each of the elements have to be proven. One of the elements is that the parody does not hurt the market of the original song, and a parody has to make fun of the original song as opposed to use it in a different context that may not have to do anything with the antithesis of the intent of the original song. It's a complicated area. A lot of people use the word fair use as that I'm only using 7 notes, so it must be fair use, or I'm not using it in a for-profit situation, so I can do anything I want with this song. It must be fair use. Fair use is just what it says. I can fairly use it without paying anything. It's a complicated area, and this would take a group of lawyers sitting here and going through it, and we wouldn't come to an answer after 7 hours. Everyone would still be fighting what it is, depending on what side of the fence you're on. If you're a copyright owner, you try to restrict fair use. If you're a user, then you try to use fair use. Now, some things are very clear. If there's a reviewer reviewing a composition or reviewing a movie or reviewing anything, in that review, you can comment on something in the song. Fair use, totally. No one objects to anything like that. It's fair use gets into problems sometimes when people start using, let's say, a novelist who will take 4 or 5 lines from a well-known novel, which I've seen it happen, and put it into the book, moves the plot along, and just says, no, it's fair use because I only used 4 lines from this particular novel. And it's used in a whole bunch of ways, sometimes legitimate, sometimes not legitimate. Most authors do get permission for lyric reprints from novels or from songs being put into novels, which is a whole other source of income for songwriters and music publishers. Fair use was there to protect people and to allow primarily reviewers and not-for-profit situations to be able to use copyrighted works. You could go outside the monopoly if your intent was legitimate. So it is a statutory scheme and has to be respected as such. There's just been a lot of litigation as to what really is fair use.